Hi. Well, hello. Come on in. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a few days. Close the door behind you. Get that snow off your feet. Drop your coat. Grab a warm beverage. If you got a fireplace, curl up by one because I'm pretty sure, unless you're in certain areas of the country right now, you're cold, you're snowy, you're wet. It's just a weather disaster out there right now. Mother Nature is seriously off her meds. Anyway, hey, welcome new subscribers. Welcome back, continuing subscribers. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome, new people. Just welcome. Come on and set a spell with me. It's going to be an interesting video today. I have a small order. This is my last order from Temu, by the way. And we'll talk about that a little bit more at the very end of the video when I discuss what's going on just around the corner. There's two things obviously that aren't in this bag because of their size. They're huge. And I have some more news in the tiny home. But first, I wanted to ask you, anyone interested in getting a 20% off coupon? Duh. I know that's the dumbest question I ever asked, right? Okay, look, I have been getting 20% off coupon. It's handed to me left and right by Temu. One simple word: shipping. Okay. I won't keep you in suspense. But I'd like to keep you in suspense. It's kind of fun. You're sitting there going, come on, tell me. Stop already. All right, I'll tell you. The benefit to us of all these shipping issues that Temu has been having, and not just with the United States, I'm finding out now there's also issues all over the world going on with Temu and their shipping to one level or another. The primary thing that's happening is that the logistics reporting system, in other words, the tracking of your package, is kind of not on par with where it should be because they're scrambling with so many different issues. So what's happening is I'm finding most of my orders are anywhere from 5 to 7 days with no updates. No updates, right? Now, obviously, if something's cleared customs 5 days ago, there should be an update that it's en route. It's in motion. If it's done with customs and it's been picked up by the after customs courier, it should be in motion. If it's been at sea for 18 days and container discharged in the port, there should be an update. So what I've been doing with Temu is I check my outstanding orders every single day, and not just for price adjustments. That's a whole another thing we'll talk about in a second. But if I don't have updates from 5 days or more, I immediately contact customer service and I simply put no updates in 5 days, no updates in 7 days, no updates in 9 days, however long it's been. That's all I type. And of course, then the bot has you choose the order that you have an issue with. And when you complain, you say, unacceptable, no updates, unacceptable, paid date, shipping date, whatever information you want to give them to verify, all right, how long it's been. The bot will try to wiggle its way around it and say, oh, gee, we're sorry and we're working diligently. And you know how they get really wordy, but they really don't say anything? Right. Okay. So live person, that's what you type, live person. And you tell this person, say, look, this is unacceptable. This has been happening to a lot of my orders lately, and I have more than one order that's, if you do, that's outstanding with no updates, no tracking updates whatsoever in however many days. But it has to be at least 5 days, right? And you push and you say, look, you need to make this right. And right off the bat, every single time I get a live person, this happens, and I'm talking without exception, every single time, they say, well, we're going to give you a 20% off coupon valid up to $20, meaning $20 off a $100 purchase, 20% up to that. Okay. I've got 5 of them sitting in my coupon cart, so to speak, because I have 7 orders that were outstanding, 5 of which were more than 5 days late. So don't look at your orders and say, wow, it's been 5 days, I haven't got a thing, and do nothing. If you want a 20% off coupon, Say something. You do nothing, you get nothing. You say something and they'll compensate you. Now, at times, I've also been compensated with a $5 credit for the inconvenience, but those have been, that credit has been for items that have been 9 days or more without updates. And I've done the 5 day thing and I've gotten my 20% off, and then another 4 or 5 day passes and I'm like, look, it's been an additional this many days since you gave me an update and I still don't have an update. I don't know where my package is. Then they throw $5 at me. So go get your 20% off coupon. Okay. Okay. Let's start this order. And then somebody please remind me. Levi, remind me. He's over there chewing on a rawhide. He doesn't care. I'm going to talk with you guys about the price adjustments. What do you mean you want me to do it now? Who said that? Raise your hand. Okay. Short and sweet. Because of all the issues. TEMU, as you know, and I put in my tips and tricks, part 1, the very first thing I ever taught you guys was supply and demand. Because of all the shipping issues, TEMU has lost a lot of business. Now, it may only be a short-term loss. They have lost a lot of business because the U.S. ranks #1 in all their consumers, even higher than China, because most people in China don't have to shop TEMU. They can just go around to their corner store and get what they want to get. All right. They can still get those things even cheaper than we can. So check your price adjustments every single day. In a matter of 4 days, I got over $30 in price adjustments. Supply and demand. They're not selling the way they used to. The vendors are going, wow, I need to drop my price so I can at least get some sales, because some is better than none. And when they drop the price on the items and it happens to be an item that you purchased, you get that price adjustment. So again, every single day, check your price adjustments. Don't ever skip a day, because you could lose out on something. Maybe it's like the very last day. Maybe it's at that 30-day mark and all of a sudden that vendor gives a price adjustment and you didn't check it. You lose it. Okay? Okay. Supply and demand. All right. Let's get into these items. $6.49. I'm going to do something that most of you people go, oh, don't do that. This is a giant umbrella. This little thing is a 48-inch umbrella. Now, I have an umbrella, but it's, for me, it's a smaller, regular size, 28, 30-inch umbrella. But I find as Levi gets older, he likes the rain less and less and less. So I needed something bigger so that when I go out with him, I can actually protect him. And this top is on here so tightly, I'm going to hope that I can get it off. It has a cover on it. And that's the color of the umbrella, this burgundy color. How it fits on there tight. There we go. Got it. Okay. I'm going to open it in the house. And I know you guys are going to freak out. Don't do that. It's bad luck. No, it's not. It's only bad luck if you open it and point it at something that's going to break. That's where that came from, by the way. Opening an umbrella in the house. Because somebody went and popped an umbrella open in the house. It hit a mirror and broke a mirror. All right. So this is not an automatic opener, but it does have a button. And this sucker is huge. Look at this. We can have a party under this thing. This thing is massive. It is 44 or 48 inches across. There ain't nothing going to get me and Levi under this thing. And I love the way it folds down and collapses so easy. You can see it's burgundy. It closes up like this. Very, very easily. It does have a strap that goes around it with Velcro to hold it closed. And if you can't get the Velcro closed, it means you don't have it twisted tight enough. And then all these little tines go right back down into the cup in the bottom. That's it. That massive umbrella folds down to this little thing. Right? Okay. Now, you can see the inside lining. This is waterproof material. It's not that, what's the word I'm looking for? This is more like parachute material that it's made out of. So it is going to be a lot more waterproof and a lot more reflective. I don't know if I'm even going to bother to try to put this little cover back on it again or not. I probably won't. I won't be able to get it off fast enough if I need to get it off. All right, but I do it with my bag. Sorry. Well, have you guys had a good week other than the massive amount of snow the Northeast is getting? It got chilly here for one day before yesterday, midweek. It got down into where the high was only in the 30s, and they were touting it as being unseasonably cold and drastically cold. And it was for it's the coldest it had been in more than 50 years. And I'm like, man, my first year in Alabama, and I'm getting everything that's out of the norm, but it's making me feel like I'm back in New York. So I'm not worried. $5.09. I was refunded for the entire purchase of this. There's 5 pieces in here, and these are dehumidifier bags. These are little bags of the crystals, and they're all individually sealed, so I'm not going to open it up to destroy it. But they're all individually sealed. They're supposed to come with a hanger for the holes up here, and the hangers are supposed to be in the bags, and I can't feel one. I can't see one. I took pictures. I did open up one of the 5. There was no hanger to be found. I asked for a reship to send me a replacement, right? Didn't want a refund, just send me a replacement. Nope, they refunded me. Said, sorry, you can keep them. So there is 5 of them, and the whole idea, well, let me open this one. I can always put it in a Ziploc bag to keep it from absorbing anything. The whole idea behind this is that you hang this in a closet or you lay it in a drawer where you don't want a lot of humidity to accumulate. And obviously, in New York, where I'm from, and here in Alabama, humidity is an issue. So these crystals pull the humidity out of the air, they absorb it through the backing, and the water drains down to here. Now, these things really do work. And I had these in New York, so I know. I also thought, well, that's kind of weird. How's that going to happen? How's the moisture going to get in there? But it wicks in through this backing. And as it wicks into these pellets, the pellets dissolve and they drop down into the bottom. So it's supposed to have a little hanger. Normally, when you open these up, the hanger is laying in here in between, but there was no hanger with this one. With any of the ones in the pack, I couldn't feel a hanger. I couldn't see a hanger. These work good. It doesn't matter how humid it is. I'm trying to think. In the summertime, when it was the worst up in New York, like July and August, when the humidity was the worst, one of these would last the entire summer. And I always found that it was not the bathroom that was the most humid because, of course, I had the exhaust fan and that would suck the humidity out of that room. It was actually my closet and my drawers that my clothes seemed to get musty. Back in the old days, we used to use mothballs, remember? That's what mothballs were for. They were not necessarily to keep away moths, which they did, because moths in the clothing, when everything was wool, moths were very common. But mothballs also kept away the humidity. So I would put these in my closet. I would just tuck it on the floor in the corner under the closet where you wouldn't see it, or put it up on the upper shelf of the closet where you wouldn't see it. So they can still be used even without the hanger. Or if you have a little S-hook, you can just put a little S-hook through that and hook it onto a rack or whatever you have. But these really do work. So this is a 5-pack, and I will be scattering those around my tiny home. If I see that the humidity in the house is more than they can handle, then I will get a dehumidifier, an actual electric dehumidifier to put into the house. Not sure if I'm going to need it or not, though. This is like my 3rd cup of coffee today. This is a cup of coffee kind of week. Okay, $2.94 for this. This is for the car. This is for the back of the car, the trunk section. Why do you not want to open? Hello? I don't know. Just rip it open. Just rip it open. Um, so in the back of my midsize SUV, obviously, is my trunk space. But with the moving and everything else that I'm doing and all the projects I have coming up on the house and the materials I have to carry, I am constantly sweeping and vacuuming out the back of my vehicle, especially when I fold down the seats. So I got this. This is just basically a nylon liner. You can see it's waterproof. It's got Velcro so that you can attach this Velcro will actually stick to the cloth material that's on the back. And this goes 48 across and 24 deep. And this will cover the carpeting or the cloth that's in the back. It'll also make it easy for me to pick this up. If I have to dump it, if there's stuff on it, I need to clean it, I can take it out, I can hose it off, I can wipe it down. And it will save me a lot of time and energy trying to keep up that back of my vehicle, trying to keep that clean. So something that folds up this tiny for when I need it. It has the strap to keep it in place. For a couple of bucks, $2.94, it's worth it. So worth it. I'm all about keeping things simple and keeping it easy. Okay, before we first go in, I'm going to show you pictures of one of the big things I have. Now, the box is in the other room, but because it's so massive, I'm not going to open it up here. I will open it up when I get to my tiny home and it's time to assemble it and put it in place. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this storage chest. And I'm going to put some pictures up here for you. The storage chest comes in a couple different colors and it comes in 3 different sizes. I got the medium size, which is a 45-gallon. The reason I got this size twofold is because that's what I had in the past. And I know that my general yard tools, like my little hand yard tools and my gloves and my little seating materials and my little, sieve trays, that kind of stuff, that fits nicely in a 45-gallon. Also, the 45-gallon is a little bit more than 17 inches deep. So when I put it up against the side of the shed, right now I have a 24-inch edge on the side of the shed on the slab where the shed's going to sit. So that 17 inches is going to fit perfectly and leave a little bit of gap so it's not teetering right on the edge. It'll leave like 5 inches or so, 4.5, 5 inches, so it's not teetering. Now, I had one exactly like this that I had gotten from a box store. This one was about $44. I only paid $20 for it because I had credits. So I used $20 of my income from YouTube to pay for this. The one I had gotten before at one of the big box stores, it cost me almost double that. It cost me like $83. And it was the exact same material, the exact same quality, the exact same size. Everything about it was identical. Half the price on TEMU. Yes, it came from the local warehouse, but because it was over $30 in value, I didn't have to pay the $2.99 shipping. It was shipped for free, and I got it in 3 days. So that's a good example of using the local warehouse. But this material is really nice. Take a look at this again. All right. It's not constructed. You're not going to put anything crazy heavy like store stones or gravel or make it your dirt box or whatever. It's not meant for that. It's meant for, you can use it as a toy box. You can use it outside for gardening tools. You can use it, if I wanted to, I could use it in the shed to store smaller things in the shed that I don't use a lot, but things that I need to stack or keep track of. Lots of different uses for it. And as I said, they do come in 3 different sizes. You can find a ton of these boxes, but I navigated towards this one because I already knew the box from having had one. So I can recommend this box. I did open it when it arrived. Just enough. I opened one end just enough to see and feel the quality of it. And that's how I knew it was exactly the same. And the box is lockable. It does have a little tab with a little hole that you can put like a little padlock through it if you need to lock it. I'm not worried about locking up a little bit of yard stuff. So that's one of the bigger items. Let's get back to a couple of smaller ones I think I have. I think I still have smaller items left. Let me see what we got. Hello, bag. Every time I say hello, bag, I think of a movie. My stepmother was an alien. Anybody see that movie? All right. Her purse, her little pocketbook was called Bag, and Bag was kind of alive, a being. And she used to say, Bag, hello, Bag. So every time I say hello, Bag, I think of that movie. I know, it's crazy, right? Okay. Couple more things in the bag. This one is an iron-on, and I will take it out of the bag because it's put in here backwards and you can't see everything that it says. I saw this, I'm like, yeah, that's about right. With the way everything's been going lately, that's definitely right. I'm not sure what shirt I'm going to put it on yet. Or maybe I'll put it on a pillow and put it on my front porch. But it says, I finished my free trial of Adulthood, and I'd like to cancel my subscription. It's a pretty big iron-on. And I'm debating whether or not I want to iron this onto a piece of poster board because you can iron this on, iron-ons can go on more than just cloth. You can put them on any other type of porous surface. So you can put them on a thin poster board, not, or you can put them on a cardboard. They won't iron onto anything that's plastic, but you can put them on other things. And I thought, well, maybe I could put that, right? It doesn't have to go on a shirt. I could make a sign out of it and stick it up on my wall on my front porch. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but when I saw it, I'm like, I have to have it. Okay, another little item. Oh, goodness. Now, I did get a full refund for this. Oh, by the way, that was, I just heard somebody say, how much was it? $1.15. See, you think I don't know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. This was $1.28, and I did get a full refund for this because a couple of the pieces came broken. So I kept the pieces that were not broken. These are diffusers. And you've got 3 that look like this. And then you've got, oh, excuse me. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. And to go on the 6 of these, you've got, I'm going to call them add-ons for lack of a better word. Oh, I just dropped one. Oh, I just dropped 2. There it goes across the room. Well, I'll get that one later. Oh my goodness. Don't look at my gray hairs. So these are little flowers. They have a little foam on the bottom of them. And you basically just push one of these sticks into the bottom. See if I can find one that already has the hole in it. It'd help if I put the sticks down, didn't try to hold them all at once. So you basically put them on, but what I got was a bunch of broken ones. So you stick the flowers on the end like that, and then you stick them down into the diffusers. And then it also comes with these little balls where you stick the balls on the end. The balls have a hole on one part of them, and you stick the ball on the end so that when you're putting these together in a pot, you have the different designs, like so. So what happened with these is 2 of the sticks were broken, 1 of the balls was missing, 1 of the flowers was torn, and I said, you know what? I took pictures, I sent it off to them, and they said, oh, we're sorry, and they refunded me the entire thing. So I won't have the full set. I think the full set is supposed to be something like 12 pieces or 15 pieces. I think I have 7 that are usable. And I'll make do with what I have. So those are going to go in the bathroom. The plan is in the bathroom, either on one side of the vanity or up on top of the medicine cabinet, or very possibly on the windowsill, because I'm not sure yet what container I'm going to put them in. So we'll see what happens when it comes time to actually do the actual decor apart. Now, the last item I got to show you again is another big one. And this one is an awning that I got to go over the back door for when I take Levi in and out. Simply because the back door is in the bedroom and he's going to be coming through into the bedroom. And I want to be able to have him be able to stop at the top of the stairs. At the top of the stairs is like a little mini stoop. It's about 3 feet. And he can stop at the top of the stairs, wipe the feet on the mat, wipe the feet on the rug coming in, but stand under the shelter. And if I have to be outside with him, I can stand under the shelter and not have to leave the door to the house open. I can close the door behind me. So this awning, I got the biggest one they make, which was, or the biggest one I could find, which is roughly 40 inches from the house out and 80 inches across. Now, keep in mind, my sliding door is 72 inches. So that leaves a little bit of room on either side. And I could have just gotten a single one to go over the side of the slider that opens, but I wanted an awning that looked uniform to go over the entire width of the door. I got it in the brown, in the color that you see here, because obviously my house is brown and it just made more sense, but you can get them in clear. I believe they also come in white and in gray. I've seen a whole bunch of different colors, but I got it in the smoky brown. Now it says it has a weight capacity of 30 pounds. So heaven forbid if another freak snowstorm hits my area of Alabama, because of the way it's tilted and because it is that like plexiglass material, it should slide right off. It shouldn't hang on there. But because it's not so high up, it'd be easy enough for me to clean it off with a broom if I needed to. So that's what I got. Now, if it works out well for the back door after a period of use, and I find it's working out well, I may get a similar one to go on over the front set of stairs where you come onto the porch. But I don't know what color I would get, probably also in the brown, because the front porch is that brick color, and these awnings don't come in that color. I wouldn't want clear. That would really stand out. I would probably still go with brown. What do you think? Because it would just blend with the house in general, and it would keep that combination of colors going. So that's the other big item. Again, that one comes in different sizes and in different colors. It is relatively easy to put up. They say the bigger ones like this is a 2-person job. But when I looked at the instruction sheet, basically I can put up the first section and get that secured and then move over and slide in the second section and put it up. So you don't have to put the whole thing together at once and slap it all up as a unit. You can do it that way. So that's the way I'm going to plan on doing it. I'll mount the center post to the house, feed the end in, attach the bottom, and just break it down into parts so that it's easier to handle. I don't know when it's going to go up. It's not a priority to get it up. There's so much to do. My list is like 10 pages long of different things that I have to do that are not decorating. So I have a lot to do. So anyway, that's it. It's a tiny haul. That's my last TEMU order. Not last forever, but last for a few weeks. I just recently went onto TEMU as well as other sites and places that I do business with, and just updated my address to where my tiny home is going to be. But because it's not there yet, I obviously can't start having packages delivered. And I don't want packages to start being delivered in the middle of the chaos of the move and the unpacking. So you're not going to see a TEMU package from me for a couple of weeks. It won't be long. It'll probably be the first week of March is only 10 days away. Today's the 22nd. We got 6 days left. So we're not talking all that long of a period, guys. But this is the last thing that I had. Those 2 big items were the last thing that I have. I do have 5 large items still outstanding that came by sea. They just landed here in the United States in the past couple of days. One of the packages has 2 items. That just was The container was just discharged off the boat, so it hasn't even gotten to customs yet. And the other one, just packaged, that has 3 bigger items in it, just cleared customs. So hopefully those will reach me here in Montgomery before I actually leave. I'm anticipating I should have those sometime next week. And then I'll have to transport them to the tiny house with me. So I will have something to show you. And I might do it in the middle of the chaos. I just might sit down and say, screw the unpacking. Let's take a look at these items. I don't know. But anyway, 5 more big items coming by sea. A little break in there. I do have an AliExpress order that I am getting ready. Have it in my cart. Now, let's talk a little bit about AliExpress. Just a little bit. I have been getting feedback from my viewers, and I've been getting good feedback and I've been getting negative feedback. I've been getting both. So let me tell you what I've determined. So far, there have been some avid shoppers who go to AliExpress often that over the course of years, not necessarily on a continuing basis, but over the course of years, have had difficulties with refunds and returns, and AliExpress being uncooperative and not customer related and not getting their issues resolved and losing out on their funds. And it breaks my heart to hear that. And unfortunately, I haven't learned enough about AliExpress in order to say, okay, this is what you might want to try. Like with TEMU, I can tell you all what you need to do to get around all these issues, and I can help you get around them. But I can't do that with AliExpress because I'm still learning that company myself. So I want everybody to be wary that you may not have the perfect experience with AliExpress. Does that mean you shouldn't shop there? That's your choice. I will not recommend that you either do shop or don't shop. What I am recommending that is, if you choose, no matter what online marketplace you choose to shop, that you pick your items slowly and carefully, just like you would at Temu or Shine or Wish, at any other place. You look at the item, you look at the reviews that have been done. How many have they sold of this? All right. That will give you an indication if the vendor is someone you want to deal with. Because remember, AliExpress, just like Temu, does not make the rules for returns and refunds. It's the contract with the vendors. So you want to make sure that you're picking your items from a vendor that has a good reputation. Okay? Hopefully that will resolve any possibility of problems down the road. There's always going to be a possibility, no matter what. We're dealing with things outside the country. AliExpress does offer local items coming from within the US. When you do your searches on the sidebar, you can choose that items coming from anywhere or items coming from the United States. I'm starting to choose items from the United States, which I know will be easier to return and or refund simply because of the processes involved when it's not international. All right, so it's just national, it's here at home. So you have to make your own decisions. And if shopping there makes you nervous, then don't shop, right? What I will continue to do is I will continue to do small samplings, different products. Some of the products that I picked out this time are nail products. A lot of you have seen my tutorial on how to mend your acrylic nails. But I've had a lot of requests and people asking me if I could do a tutorial on gel nails. So first off, gel is only the topping. It's only the type of polish that you put on the nails. You start with an acrylic base and then you use the gel nails. But there is a process to it because you have to have the gel base coat, the gel primer. You use the gel polish. You have to have the UV light, which I do have. I have actually 2 of them. You have to have the UV light to set the gel, right, to harden it. And it is a process to getting them done right. So for somebody who doesn't change their nail polish all the time, or if you're really rough, on your nails, maybe you're a waitress or a typist and your nails wear down quickly, gel will probably be the way to go. But keep in mind, gel is just the polish. It's not what's under the polish. What's under the polish is usually acrylic. All right. But I have that coming, as well as the powder and the monomer, which is the liquid that's used, and a new brush. I wanted to try their brushes. We'll see what happens. I haven't placed that order yet. Again, I'm in this transition between an address here and an address where I'm going to be. So that's what's going on with those. Now, what's going on just around the corner? Another sip of coffee first. Okay, guys. So earlier today, I went down to Greenville, Alabama, to Phoenix Building Solutions, PBS Manufacturing, who is building my tiny home. My tiny home, as I said, is 99.9% done. The interior has to be organized. And when I say that, it means the range has to be slid into place. The dishwasher has to be slid into place. It's just a matter of, okay, let's slide these in, get everything connected. We're done. So delivery is scheduled for Tuesday, February 25th. That's 4 days from when you're seeing this. 3 days, 4 days from when I don't know. I think I'm going to release this on Saturday. So anyway, it's a handful of days before the house gets delivered. So the house right now is a royal mess because it's in those final stages. But I wanted you to walk through with me and see what I see. All right. And you'll get to see Ryan in here too. So take a look at these videos. I've got 2 of them. One I did on the inside of the house, and then a walk around I did on the outside of the house. So check this out. Okay, guys, I'm at my tiny home, and as you can see, the screen door is off and my sink is here. Not to worry, it's just all part of the final setup. The lights are on. Beautiful porch roof, look at that, with that beam. There's the center posts. Give you a view from this side. Now this is called hog wire, that screening you see on the bottom. That's the rigid hog wire that I talked about. It goes all the way around and everything is completely screened. There's the screen door. They took the screen door out because they had to finish moving appliances in. So here's my front door. Got a nice storm door on it. Come on in with me. My front door. And it has blinds, as you can see, in the glass. Love that. Very, very nicely done. Let me pull this closed a little bit. There's a first alert little fire extinguisher that they provide. I'm going to stand in this corner so you can see that's the wall that goes across the porch, which is about 9 feet across. Kind of deceptive the way I'm standing there. Everything is framed out. There's my mini split. The lights are on, as you can see. My ceiling fan. There's the wall by the bathroom. That's my range. Now this side wall where the windows are is about 11 feet. And let me change over to the corners here. Everything is beautifully framed in the pine. So my living room, this space over here that you see, that's about 7 feet. And the room across is about 12 feet, 12 and a half. And down this side, we have about 11 feet down that wall. And the gap from the end of the cabinet here over to the windows is about 8 feet, roughly 8 feet. There's my beautiful range, 5-burner range, because I'm a baker and I'm a cooker. And the range is going to go right here in this cubby. Later today, they're going to cut out the countertop and install the range. You can see the plug inside where the range is going to go. This gap right here is going to have a 3-drawer cabinet put into it. And then the countertops will be attached. So ignore that little crack that you see right there, that gap in the countertop. because that's going to be stabilized once everything is put back in. There's my microwave. Nice big Whirlpool microwave. Beautiful little microwave. Well, not little. It's a good size microwave, actually. Look at that. Really, really nice. Loving that. Let's keep it protected for shipping. My gorgeous Knotty Pine cabinets. Absolutely love those. Now my receptacles are black, and you can see they're spaced because I'm going to be putting brick on this wall, and I needed them moved out. My sink obviously will go here. Down in there's my fancy faucet that you saw before, and there's my tankless water heater. That's a 13K, which is going to give me lots of pressure for good hot showers, the dishwasher, and the laundry machine. My nice wide kitchen window, and they are providing me with a piece of butcher block that'll go from cabinet to cabinet right above that lip, all right, of the window, the top windowsill, so that I can put a shelf up there, which is part of my plan. Lots of lights in the ceilings, as you can see. Another beautiful cabinet. Down here is where the dishwasher will be installed. I don't know if that's going to get installed today or if it might not get installed till Monday morning, but that's okay. My nice big beautiful refrigerator. Let me back into the bathroom here so you can get a view of that fridge. Freezer on the bottom, and this is a French door full size 33-inch French door refrigerator. Now, as you can see, it is plugged in. Let me get this open. Full size. It's got a water dispenser right here on the side, or I can just put my cup and get nice cold fresh water, filtered water. This is the handles that'll go on the outside of it. The freezer on the bottom has an ice maker. And also in the kitchen, here's my pantry on this beautiful barn door. Look at this, all natural Knotty Pine tongue and groove. My pantry is hiding behind this. There's my pantry. My pantry shelves are all tongue and groove, and it's designed so that if I need to remove a piece, I can simply tip it up and pull it out. And if I have something higher that needs to go, I can take out a piece or take out two pieces. This goes way back, about a little more than 30 inches. I can't even reach all the way back, but it is closed off on this side, and you'll see why in a minute. So it's an L-shaped pantry, 3 shelves. This one is really tall. It's open all the way up to the ceiling. Maybe you can see all the way up. And then these shelves are about 18 inches, and this one down here is about 20 inches. This one on the bottom will hold things like the bin of dog food and other big things. Lots of space for my bigger cooking appliances, my electric frying pan, my electric griddle. Beautifully done. If I slide, now see, you slide it here, you see the pantry, but you don't see the bathroom. There's my 150 panel box. That will be finished and covered. And this is a 1-finger slide. It doesn't take anything to slide this over. And now you're in the bathroom. Now, Ryan is a large man. He's 6'4". He's not heavy, but he's 6'4". He has plenty of room to maneuver in here. This is a 30-inch doorway, so plenty of room for walkers, wheelchairs, anything along those lines. There's my beautiful vanity. Let me turn the light on here. Oh, okay, so there's no bulb in the light over it, but there's the vanity. It looks a little more blue in the video, but it actually is a seafoam green, and I love that one of you guys noticed that. Everything in here is the oil rubbed bronze, and including my pendant light is oil rubbed bronze, and that pendant light is 6'7" from the floor, and then it's on right there where used to be a pot light.
they changed it and put the connection for the lamp that I provided. So absolutely beautiful there. We have a fan, works nice. Again, beautiful ceiling. And here is the reason for the L shape in the pantry. Down here on the bottom, we have a 48-inch storage area. It comes up to another shelf, which is 18 inches. And again, it's done with the tongue and groove pieces. If I need to pop a piece out, you can see how I can move this. I can literally pop a piece out to stick a broom in there and have it stick up through the shelf if I need to, right? Or I can put another strip of wood on the sides and raise these up a little if I need to. And then again, upper storage here, and it goes all the way up. I don't know if you can see, it goes all the way up to the ceiling. So I can put as much stuff as I care to put up there that I can get to via a stool. Look at my shower. I love this drain because the drain is closed. It's not a metal grate you're standing on. So less likely for anything to go down that drain that shouldn't go down it. But there's the handle. There's my absolutely gorgeous double shower head. And the double shower head, the one that's higher, that's the handheld that pops off for however you might need that. The other one, the one on the left, is the one that is stationary. It has multiple levels. You can use one or either or both, depending on how you set it. But again, nice high ceiling in here, a beautiful light directly over it. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to open it because it's all secured for shipping. Nice marble look. And my window. And of course, the lav. And when I sat on the lav, I have 3 feet of space. So this sits in the center. From here to here is 3 feet. This is a 6-foot wall. The vanity is 36 inches and the space over here is 36 inches. And when Ryan sat here, just for size comparison, even he had plenty of room. So I did sit down and check it for size. So let's move on now. My pocket door is right here, and the pocket door looks exactly like this door, exactly like the pantry door. But it's tucked inside for the bedroom. And as you can see, that it is secured for transport because my house is going to be transported on Tuesday to my home site. Here's my laundry machine. This is a combo machine, washer and dryer, all in one unit. It's called an Equator. Super combo. Look at all these settings. It even has a pet cycle. That's why I like it, to get the hair off it. I'm not going to open it up because everything is taped. Down here in the bottom, I ordered the pedestal. Look at all that space in the pedestal. So I have plenty of room for any extra linens, bedding, soap, supplies, hangers, and then I have all this storage space up above. And I have space, so much space on either side, that once the house is in place, I'm going to shift the unit as far to the left as I can so that I can get my step stool down in here and possibly hang my brooms and mops and whatnot down one wall. That piece of wood you see right there is strictly to secure the unit during shipment. That'll be removed once the house is delivered. Look. My switches, one for light. This one is for the fan, but the fan itself has not yet been turned on, so they have to get a ladder, turn that on, adjust it to the speed, and I will have to get a 3-foot drop chain so that I can change the speeds of it. Nice big closet. This closet is almost 7 feet long. It's like 6 feet 8 inches. And you all saw my California closet set. Beautiful ceiling in here, which I did get motion sensor lights that I'm going to be putting up. And you saw the pole racks that I got to put my gowns, nightgowns and things on. The pole racks are going to go on these sections of walls. I got the smaller pole racks so that they will fit. The one on this side will fit across the wood here onto the wood here so that it pulls out. The other one will sit on the inside, but it has plenty of room to pull through. So beautifully framed, even on the inside. They did not cut any corners. Look at that, even the framing all the way around and up on the top. So that is the bedroom, and then I have a sliding door. Hello, Mr. Ryan. Say, Ryan? Hey. Family, Ryan.
Family, hey, doing better.
Doing better, good. All your prayers work, guys. So sliding door we have here, and it's an easy slide. And of course the mini split in the back. And this works on remote control. I can adjust the angles of how the air comes out of it and whether it's heat AC comes out of it. All the appliances in here are Energy Star efficient appliances. And as you can see as I walk around, how much room. There's 4.5, almost 5 feet of space between the pantry and the kitchen cabinets. Lots of space in here. I can't wait to show you a picture of it once it's delivered and all the appliances are in place. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go take a walk around the outside. Okay, so now we're going to take a walk around the outside. You can see the beautiful porch. Let me step back here as far as I can. Look down the length of the house. I've had comments from the people here. They had no idea how beautiful these color combinations would be. But the brick and the brown is very classic. It's very earthy. Nice big porch. Love the way it just lights up. Absolutely beautiful. I gotta watch where I'm walking because this is a construction site. There's a view down this side of the house. Now this is the kitchen window. And these shutters over here, this is the first time that PBS has built this particular design of shutters. And they came out beautiful. I think they did a great job on those. And they really finished the house. The dryer vent for my unit. And a little bonus around the back that I wasn't expecting is a little outside, like a porch light, which is perfect. So as Ryan said, it's for when I let Levi out, I can just flip the switch. Get a good look at the outside, guys. This is the HVAC unit, and this is Adela, which is a top brand. And it feeds that pipe that goes up. That's what feeds the mini split. And then what feeds the mini split in the front, you don't see because it's run into the walls. There's all the connections and the power box. Very nicely done. Over here we have the outside receptacle, which is covered receptacle, and it's a GFCI. We have my water spigot, because this is the side of the house that's going to be facing the driveway. Bathroom window. Living room windows. Absolutely beautiful. Didn't they do a great job, guys? Seriously, they did an amazing job on this house. You've all seen everything from the plans all the way up to now the 99.9% finished product. So take a look at that. There's my house. And it's going to be delivered in 4 days to the home site. It's wonderful. Stay tuned for more.
Wow. Just wow. That's all I can say. So I couldn't believe it when I mentioned to Mr. Bobby, who is one of the quality control guys there, one of the coordinators. I mentioned to Mr. Bobby and to Ryan about wanting to put a shelf up over that kitchen window. And I asked them, did they have a piece of scrap butcher block? Because that butcher block countertop is not laminate. That is solid 1.5 inch thick butcher block. If you looked at the edge, right, where the range is going to be, you can see the wood stacked to make that butcher block, because that's what it is. It's slabs of wood lined up and compressed together. And they just offered, Mr. Bobby just looked at me and says, I'll make it happen. I'll provide you with a shelf, no extra charge, as a courtesy thing. And I just lit up. I was like, wow, you're going to do that for me? That was like the coolest thing. So the refrigerator, I didn't open the freezer for you, but the freezer pulls out and it has 2 bins in the bottom, and then it has another tray above it that pulls out it has an ice cube maker in there, and then more storage tray. So it has lots on the bottom. Yes, the handles will go on eventually. What else has to be done? I don't remember, but it's a lot of little stuff. And between Friday and Monday, everything else will be put into place. And then it will get delivered sometime on Tuesday. I'm assuming, I'd hate to assume, but I've been told, sometime Tuesday morning before noon, it'll be delivered. And then it'll get hooked up. And the hookup basically means setting cinder blocks at certain points to support it, get it off the wheels, to ground it, so to speak, stabilize it so that it's level and that it doesn't move or walk around, at all when somebody's walking around it. It gives it a foundation. And then they anchor it into the ground. They do the hurricane anchors, the wind anchors down into the ground to hold it in place. So that also pulls it down and stabilizes it. That process takes a couple of hours. And then the delivery guy is also going to hook up the plumbing. He's the plumber. He is going to connect the water intake as well as the drain. So the house will have running water to it as of Tuesday when it's delivered. Now, a couple of things about Phoenix Building Solutions. Again, they're one of the few places that will personalize your home, that they will customize. My home is highly customized. Yes, I picked the finishes that they had. The base cabinets and the countertops and the flooring is something that they offered. But that's the extent of it, right? The upper cabinets I picked and they ordered specially for me. The dishwasher, the refrigerator, and the range, I picked and they ordered those specifically for me. My vanity, my shower, my toilet, and my pendant light in the bathroom. I picked all that, gave them the links to everything. I actually had the pendant light delivered to me and I drove it down there and handed it to them. Okay. The black wall outlets on the kitchen wall, I ordered them, had them delivered to them. All right. So very customized. My washer, dryer, my little combo unit, customized, right? The shape of the pantry and putting that closet in the bathroom, all custom. That was not standard. I think the only thing really standard in there, other than the flooring and the base cabinets and the butcher block, was probably the windows and the doors. That came from their stock stuff. Oh, and the microwave. The microwave was one of their stock items, but I liked it. It was big and it had all the functions that I needed. So there you go. So they will, how do I explain this? Let's say their refrigerator had a value of $900 and the refrigerator that I wanted to put in was $1,200. I paid the difference of the $300. So in other words, they said, all right, we're built into your purchase price was the cost of this refrigerator. So we'll allow you that much. And whatever you get, we're not going to use ours, obviously. So we'll give you a credit and then you pay the difference. It worked out beautifully for everything that I wanted to put into the home. So they will go to that extent. I wanted screens on all the windows. There's skeeters like crazy down here in Alabama. Hi, Mr. Levi. Anytime that you have a lot of humidity, you got a lot of mosquitoes. So I wanted screens everywhere. Big screen for the sliding door, screen for every single window. I'm not worried about a screen for the front door simply because the front porch is completely screened. That's why it's screened. So they went that far to do that. They even went far enough, if you looked on the outside and you saw my faucet on the outside, you notice it's a cream colored handle and not the typical red or silver one. They put on a handle that would be the closest complementary color to the house. So they go above and beyond. And yes, they are a relatively new company, but they have an incredible reputation. They're doing everything right. They are growing in, I would say, probably within the next year. They may actually be offering solar. And I made it very clear to Ryan and Eric that I intend for them to come to my home, which is only going to be about an hour from where they are, and install solar onto my home as I had originally asked for. I had told them that, okay, you know what? I'll hold off on putting solar. I'll give them a year. I'll hold off on putting solar and give them the opportunity to put that on my home. That's how much I trust them to do it right, that I am willing to let them do that for me. So you may see my house up on their website. And you'll know it if you see it because of the colors, that dark earthy brown and that deep rich brick. And yeah, wish me luck, guys, because this coming week is going to be a logistics nightmare for me. I will be driving back and forth to the home site almost every day of the week. Mr. Levi, on some occasions, is not going to come with me. It's going to be a little too chaotic, and with his food requirements and meal requirements and his age, so to speak, I don't want to inconvenience him or turn him upside down, so to speak. It's like a kid who's not doing well. You don't drag them all over the place with you. You kind of let them stay home and rest. So I will be doing a lot of videotaping. I will do another walkthrough when everything is in place. I'll just do a really quick walkthrough showing the finished details of everything. And then as I start to go through the process, when the shed is being built and the electrical is getting connected, not necessarily in that order, obviously electrical first, then shed, and then the actual moving with the movers. And when I start the unpacking process, I'm taking all you along on the journey with me. Okay, you're all going to come. If you don't want to see it, then you watch the first half of the video, which is usually my product reviews, and the second half of the video, which is usually what's going on just around the corner. So thanks for hanging with me. I'm glad. I hope you had enough coffee with you. I still have about half a cup, but I am going to go get more. I appreciate you coming in and sitting with me for a while and us having this conversation. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to give a big thumbs up. Share it, get it out into the universe so that everybody can do their likes and their views, which will keep this channel going and growing in the right direction. We're almost at 3,800 viewers, so if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please give it some thought and consider doing so. We reach 5,000, and one of you, no matter where you live, is going to win that goodie box with over 50 items in it. And I don't care if I have to ship it to East Boho. It doesn't matter. Y'all guys are going to deserve it for being my followers and sticking with me and being part of my family. Right? So stay hydrated. Above all else, please stay sweet. And I will catch you as soon as I can with more of something.